Welcome back to the Motorcycle Fixer. Today I'm working on a cd200 Honda. Here's the bike there. I've taken the engine out because the engine is seized. I've tried spraying penetrating fluid into the bore and trying to release it this way, but the one piston here on the right is seized solid. The one on the left, this one, is that's okay. I can move that, but this one I can't. I managed to lift the barrels up on the crank to get a gap at the bottom. So what I'm going to try and do is get a bolt and put some nuts in between the base and the barrel and see if we can jack it off with some nuts. So that's what we're going to try. I've tightened two nuts on the engine stud, so then tightened them together, so then I can wind each stud out of the engine. So I'm going to take the four of them out, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take those out and replace them with studded bar. I've got some M8 threaded bar that's the same diameter and the same pitch, which I'm going to put now down through the engine, down through the barrel. I'm going to put this down through. I'm not going to screw it in yet because I'm going to put nuts and washers in between the barrel and the bottom end. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, I've made enough of a gap between the bottom end and the barrels. I've got the stud down through the hole and it's screwed into the bottom end, and then I've got two nuts with washers to protect the sealing faces. So then I'm gonna just tighten the bottom nut up against the bottom end to hold it in place, and then I'm gonna gently wind the top nut out one at a time. So I'm gonna do it in sequence around the 4 studs, and then hopefully that will break the lock between the piston and the barrel, and hopefully not cause much damage to anything. I've managed to get now the 4 studded bar down through, bolted into the bottom end of the engine. The only problem is the one there I can't tighten up because the chain tensioner is going down through there. So I'm gonna try and jack the barrels off just using those side 2 and the one in the front there. So I'm going to do these bolts now, this top one, and I'm going to do that bit by bit now. So as I turn this now, you can hear the piston starting to click as the barrel is moving up. So we just keep winding all these bolts now, keeping it level until the barrels come off. And there we have it. Now, that's one set of barrels removed from the seized piston. You can see where the fluid that I've sprayed into it has come off. But now the barrel just comes off. It's caught on the threads on. Oh yeah, still left 2 nuts on here. Okay, but you can see that it does take a long time. And if both pistons were seized, you would have to put more threaded bar in. I found though that you only really need to put one diagonals. I didn't really need this one, but as long as you keep the barrels level across here and back to front as well, as long as you keep the barrels level, then it'll press it off no problem.
So it's a good solution if you've got enough room between the barrel and the bottom end to get the 2 nuts and the 2 washers, then you can just slowly jack it off like we did. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful, and please subscribe.